Well, hello and hi, and this is probably the last stream from this server as it stands right now, cause we do have plans to start a new server very soon, and that means a new world and a slightly modified mod pack. So we're soon gonna be starting all over from the very beginning, and we're gonna need to get all of the basic resources uh, from anew next time. So the goal today is gonna be just finishing this sheep farm over here. We are almost done with it. There are just two bays missing at the very top, which are gonna go here and here. Just um, slightly alleviated from those around it, and there's gonna be a roof merging into those modules, and we're gonna have a fun little central triangle like this. And I was thinking maybe we might even put a little clock in it in the roof section here. That might be fun. But other than that, once that's done, we're just gonna take a look at easy early game farms that are gonna play a vital role in the next server. So we're gonna take a look at basically how to cheaply make a cobblestone generator and all the kind of stuff that can be made from cobblestone in Create. So we're still gonna have to create mod obviously, and some of the stuff is essentially gonna come back, so we're definitely gonna make another greenhouse like this, or I should say red house. Um, we're definitely gonna make another factory type building like that, but those are kind of more late game buildings, later game buildings I would say. So first we're just gonna have to get the basic resources in, which is gonna be, like I said, a lot of cobblestone and andesite and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're gonna take a look at today, and that's what we're gonna start with right now. You see in the background that the shears are firing off every now and then. Hey, hi, it's going well, thank you for asking. Um, so, how are you? I hope you're doing fine and well. And yeah, let's go. Right. So, just to take a second here, what do we have? Oh, you're doing okay, that's very fine. Um, we have a kind of facade area over here, which is where all of the sheep are staying. And we do have the back area, kind of the inside of the building. We will have walls around it and stuff like that. But this back area is where all of the wool then gets stored. So you can see that it is already doing quite well in terms of output. It's a bit of a shame that we're not gonna really see this farm much in action per se, cause we're gonna leave this server soon, but I still wanna finish it kind of as a last project on here. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that. So let me think what to do next. So for example, we could do the roof next here, or we could work on the outside walls. I think that also makes a lot of sense. So how much bloodstone do I have in here? Not any at all anymore, just one block. Okay, so we're gonna get that first of all. getting some bloodstone. Oh yeah, and I also want to start real quick some background music, so that it's not just me talking. Right, okay. Where did I want to go? I wanted to go get bloodstone, I remember. Right, so we do have a bloodstone chest somewhere. Oh, there's a bad guy. Hello, hi. Yeah, today the server, I gotta say, is better performing than last time. Last time we had a little bit of lagginess going on, but this time it's perfectly smooth again, which is what I obviously prefer. So I put some stuff in the backpack for now. So what we're gonna need next is a lot of bloodstone. So let me put the rest of what I have in here in the backpack, in the inventory, I mean. And then we're also gonna need a roof material. So hold on. Do I see? Yeah, I see the building from here. Okay. So wait, is the museum just perfectly behind it? Yeah, that's the museum roof that is showing up in the background. That's funny. So we need something, maybe bright red, I'm thinking. Wait a second, let me think if I can do something out of magma blocks. Maybe they can be re-chiseled to something else. Let me have a look. So we have magma blocks. Yeah, they can be re-chiseled. That could be a good roof block, yeah. Maybe this one, the magma block. Or this one, the glad magma block. I'm thinking we're gonna make it out of magma, yeah. Alright then. So how much do we have here? Just 19, so we're gonna need more of that. So we're gonna take a little bit of a trip to the nether, I think. Unless they are easy to craft. Well, we do have a crafting recipe with magma cream or with fire essence. And demons can drop them. Let me see if I have some magma cream. That could make it a little bit easier. Not here. Do I have them maybe somewhere else? Not here either. So what's in here again? That's just bordered crying obsidian and some magma cream. Okay. Well, that gives me exactly 2 blocks, I guess. Which is more than nothing. Alright, so let's go hunt some magma blocks. So off to the nether we go. Are there magma blocks in here? Yeah, a few, but not many. That's good enough for a start. Pickaxe is too fast, I can't stop it in time before it reaches the end of the magma block. So I'm getting a lot of junk blocks that I don't want. But I guess that's a luxury problem to have. Let me get all of the magma around here that I can see. That was all of the visible magma, I guess. which brought me about half a stack or something like that, or a third of a stack. That's not bad, I guess, as a start. But I'm gonna leave the other blocks that I don't want behind. To be fair, I have infinite gold and coal. I don't need those with me right now. I don't... Okay, the sky stone I will just place down again. Andesite I can use, yeah, basalt and polished basalt. Those I don't need, I will just place them back down. Somewhere in this area. Nice, okay. Then off we go to the nether. Alright. And something is, as usual, immediately attacking me. And it's one of these guys. These ancient golems. And there's a ghast also shooting at me. So, as always, the perfect welcoming committee. And multiple demons, and even a demon lord. There are a lot of magma blocks down here. That's perfect. Alright. Let me just get this whole patch. Oh no, bad news. Well, no to you. I'm gonna take some of the stone that I got here and I'm gonna try to block off the lava. Oh dear. Nice, okay. We say no thank you to the lava, and we eat. Oh, my diamond pickaxe is almost done for, and it requires the ruby to repair. I don't have a ruby on me right now. You know what, hold on, actually I can just use my extractor pickaxe for this purpose. Just dig out the whole of that magma. Once. Why make your life difficult if you can have it easy? Alright, let's take care of the inventory for now. So we have almost 4 full stacks of magma blocks. That's cool already. The netherrack I don't actually need, and the quartz also not, but I guess we're just gonna pick them up anyway. Alright. Yeah, I can leave the netherrack behind, I don't care much at all. Let me put this back. Sure, let's fill up those stacks. Hold on, that's netherite scrap. I guess we can make use of that. Let's put these away. Yeah, and all of this stuff that it comes extra from mining is from the Lucky Rock. It comes from this accessories mod that we're also gonna have in the next mod pack. So that's gonna come back. My overpowered mining pickaxe is gonna come back. Alright, how much do we have? Almost the last stack is full. Just a little bit more. Okay, 2 more, then we have another full stack. Right, and now we leave. That's enough, that's all I wanted. Yeah, the ghast is still liking me a lot. And the feeling is not mutual. I don't like the ghast very much. Back to the overworld though. Right. Hold on. Please warp me, thank you. And it is night. Okay. Biomes Plenty will also be making a comeback, we have decided, because first of all it just makes the nether a lot more beautiful with its quartz biomes and stuff like that. And also for the overworld here, as you can see, these ridiculously tall grass plants kind of look nice in a big field of them. So I'm glad to have those around, and they will also be back next time. Alright. That being said, that is enough magma blocks. Hold on, let us skip to the day. Nice, so I have this mason table, and that should be exactly what we need, right? So that's the angry magma block, that doesn't look so good. Where is there's the dark one? That's the glad one. They are all too square, to be honest. They don't mesh well together in the texture. Oh, that's cool. I like the pillars. Right, inscribed, that's also too blocky. Spiraled, yeah. I'm thinking we might go for the spiraled magma block and do the roof in that. Right. So that's that. Let's see how it looks. 3 cobblestone, I don't need you. I'll just put this stuff all into the backpack for now that I don't need. Okay. So now we need the bloodstone and magma curled blocks. Those are the 2 blocks we need for building right now, because we're making the roof. So we're essentially gonna start by making an outline around the whole shape with bloodstone. I could also turn some of it actually into the bloodstone bricks, which we did for texturing at some point. So let's actually do that and go back to the workstations. Come on, that wasn't worth of a damage. Anyway, let's take like half of this stuff and turn it into polished bricks. Yeah. No, I mismanaged my landing there. Nice, that was a better landing. Alright. So yeah, let's do it with a little bit of texturing, I guess. It's gonna be faintly visible that we're gonna have some, I would say, bunched together areas of some bricky texture and some of this raw texture. And that's gonna make it look a little bit better from the distance as well. You know how it is with building. The texturing is a lot more apparent on these yellow walls over there, because we got some sandstone and some endstone in its different variants together, so it is a little bit more apparent. But all in all, it should look nice together. Wait, am I even doing the correct thing? Cause if you think about this here, okay, you are outside of the floor area. That's perfect. Okay. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I need. Okay, but these are actually wrong. We need to remove those. Cause from this point on we're gonna have the roof be going upwards like that. And we collect back the blocks that were dropped. There we go. Right. Oof, that is a high jump. So, then do the same from the opposite side. And then we're gonna start with the magma blocks. Actually, I'm even gonna remove some of the bloodstone bricks here. Whoops, that is further down than I wanted. And we're gonna put in some bricks like that. Make it look kind of random, then it looks the best, but make sure to make kind of clumps of the different blocks, because it looks better when there's a bigger amount of them together. So technically what I did over there with placing one and then the other and then the other and then the other, generally in the large scale avoid doing that and try to go for bigger areas like this, but also it makes sense to have the smaller intervals in between as well. It's just a matter of yeah, measurement essentially. You're gonna want to use some of it like that, but not all of it. It's just, you gotta hit that sweet spot, that equilibrium kind of situation. So, nice, so these magma blocks don't actually hurt you anymore. These are just completely harmless to stand on. small section of the roof, so that I can see how these look as a roof tile. Which I'm kind of excited to see. So let's fly off into the distance. Right. Okay, no, it might be a bit too noisy, maybe. It looks good from up close, but from the distance... Okay, let me land on the red house. Nice. If I look at it from here... It looks a little bit too much like pizza sauce. I don't like it. We're gonna take these back to the mason table and go for a different texture. You know, sometimes it is just trial and error in this game. That's why we do these things in these tiny segments, so that we can notice when it doesn't work out in our favor. Right, we got all of the stacks back together. Once again, back home it is. So, back here with you. This might look good as a roof. Yeah, let's try it out. Got nothing to lose here. Other than the durability of a pickaxe. A Kakuna! Cool, I love beetrils, and this guy evolved into beetril. Maybe first of all let me heal my pickaxe up a little bit. So we'll do that by trading with the villagers, I think. Because that gives you experience, of course. So we're gonna take a whole bunch of emeralds with us and some sticks as well. So the sticks I get from here. Let's just make sticks out of this. Okay, that's one stack of them, that's okay. Then what else? Yeah, the emeralds. Take all of those with me and just see what happens. Let's take those with me as well. Jesus Christ, you have a whole lot of diamonds that we're not doing anything with. Anyway, upstairs to the villagers. To the office part. Alright, so we got some sticks first of all. The sticks go here to these guys. Whoops, that's not what I want. I have 2 sticks for you. Two bits of sticks for you, I mean. Then what else can I... Well, this guy also has some sticky traits for us. So I guess I could make a whole bunch more of sticks. You guys trade paper. Wait, we do have some paper in here, I guess. But we need 24 of them and that's not enough. Oh, I need to put this in my offhand. Of course. Or actually I don't, I just need to hold it in my hand while I use it. Let's maybe start with something cheaper. Let's get all of the food. So we have butchers and farmers. I think farmers should be in here. And these give us stuff like pumpkin pie and that kind of thing. Actually, I can do a bunch of this trade to get some sugar cane, which I can then turn into paper. Nice, and this paper I can then sell to the book guys, which were... Where are the book guys? There they are. Oh yeah, let me just check this from Builders Crafts and Add-ons. That's definitely a mod that also has to go into the new mod pack, cause it has these nice shop signs that I use in this building. I need the paper trade, please. Take all of that. Thank you. And you're even going to level up, that's nice. You gave me Fortune 3. Well, we're not gonna have you much longer anyway. So I guess that all goes to waste. Now we have 42 emeralds. Let's see if I can get some more sugarcane as well. Oh, I can come back here with a whole bunch of wheat that I can trade to these guys. Does any one of you sell sugarcane? No? Well, okay. Let me first of all get a lot of wheat. Okay. That's a discount voucher. One of the accessoires. Which, like I said, I don't really need anymore now. But these are making a comeback next time as well. You know, but actually that's good to have on me right now when I'm doing these things. So now come back to you. I have wheat for you. Nice. Then give me... Okay, you don't give me more wheat. Okay, that's fine. So I will come back with even more wheat for you. Melons I don't really have, to be honest. I don't really make those. Eggs I could bring to you. I could bring you some eggs. Tomatoes I don't make either, and pumpkins neither. Okay, let's see what the other guys, the butchers, have. Butchers, hello. You have raw chicken as a trade. You have raw chicken as well, and you can give me some entrails. You take coal from me, that's nice. I have a lot of that. Yeah, okay, so let me come back with a whole bunch of coal. Coal and wheat is the stuff that we need. What is happening in here? It's just stone. I do have some stone, but not enough to trade with you. What do you want? Clay bars. No, I don't have a surplus of those either. And these guys want applied energistics kind of stuff. So silicon, if I had any, I could give to you. Nice, okay. So yeah, I will come back with coal and with wheat. So coal we got in here, there's a block of coal there, and we're gonna take a whole bunch of that. Let's create some space in the inventory first of all. No, we need that. Okay, so let's get all of that coal. wheat. Nothing easier than that. We got a whole bunch of wheat in the farm over there. Whoops, that's not what I want. Okay, my inventory is already full again. Let's take care of that by putting the wheat seeds in here. Also, here's a fun fact: this is one of my least favorite Pokemon of all time, because it just has that really, I don't know, aggressively scary eyes kind of look. The pet rat and the evolution of that, they look like they're about to hypnotize you, and I don't like that. And back we go, over here, seeds in there. The last bunch of wheat seeds in here as well. Okay, that's almost 2 stacks of wheat. And there's technically another wheat for us to grab. Right, and that's 4 more seeds for the container. Okay, back to the trading hall. And that's not even where I want to go. I want to go up here. Right. So we have coal for the butchers and wheat for the farmers. Right, let's get the sugarcane again. Huh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, wheat for you. Alright, that trade is done for. We got back to 20 emeralds. Did I have something for you? I don't think so. Right. Then next we go to the librarians, which are over here. You want some paper, right? Yes. There you go. Nice. So, what else? Here, I think you were the guy with the coat. Stop that. Rude. No, you're not the cool guy. Were you the cool guy? You were the cool guy. Alright, that deal is exhausted. No more. It's back on the menu. Alright, 41 emeralds. So pretty much back where we started from. And the pickaxe is already doing way better. We're gonna go back to a sugarcane guy. That was one of the farmers. Are you sugarcane guy? You a sugarcane guy. Right. And once again this trade is exhausted. Then we go back and make paper. Then we eat some food. I'm hungry. Then books over here. You. No, you. Hold on, no. We select this. Give me some emeralds, please. Right. Then I guess I'm gonna take these 5 books and get this emerald as well. And put back the unused book. Right. What else can I purchase? I can get some bookshelves. I can turn books into quick charge. I can get myself some bookshelves here as well. I can get fire aspects. These guys are not really the best deals right now. I'm thinking I'm gonna go to the Fletchers and just gonna buy some arrows. Yeah, something like this. I'm gonna get a whole lot of iron arrows. I'm not really gonna do anything with that, mind you. Right. That did something. Now level up, please. Yes, okay, we can get lightning arrows. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Let me get a crossbow, though. Okay. Do I have gravel on me? No, I don't. Yeah, for now this is just a lot of running around between villagers. I'm sorry if that's not precisely engaging content. But sometimes you just gotta run around the villages. Okay, that does very little. That does a lot more. That does also a lot more. It gives me chiseled stone bricks. I don't need them, but if I can get some stuff from them, then that's fine. No, I was holding the wrong thing again. God damn it. Getting experience is so much work. Okay, let me craft a whole bunch of sticks. Let me just basically come here with an inventory full of sticks. So let's hide away all of the stuff that I don't need right now. Iron arrows I will never need. And let's get some cleared up inventory space. Okay. So now let's get to stick making. Get all of those. And actually, let me do something as well over here, because you saw that our birch is now running low in the factory, but the reality of the situation is that we have so much more birch in here, because I'm gonna clear out this entire box as much as I can, like this, and it's still filling up. So we're gonna make so many sticks, I have also an empty shulker box in my factory, which is good, because we're gonna need it. And we're also gonna sleep real quick. That's not the sleeping bag, that's the sleeping bag. Alright. Shulker boxes are all empty, I think. No, this one is not empty, but I guess this one is. And we're not using it for end materials anyway. Hold on, that was a dumb decision. Let me quickly put this box over here. Alright. Now, clear some space. First of all, for working. Now put a whole lot of large planks in my inventory. Now put a whole lot of sticks in my inventory. Right. Then here you go. That's not what I wanted, that's what I want. Alright, so that's over half a shulker box already just of sticks. We're gonna make some more, like so. Alright. And we're gonna take that with us. And we're gonna trade some sticks. Sticky sticks. Alright. You have the stick trade. You have the stick trade. You are both equally cheap. So, I guess get me some emeralds, please. Then let's get out the stick box. More. And that's this guy being locked out of the trade. Right, this guy is gonna evolve in a second. This guy still has... well, he's sold out of the emerald trade over there. That's not nice, but this guy gives me another discount voucher. Hold on, let me fix something. So this one is plus 15, this one is minus 4. If I combine them together, they could go up to plus 22% efficiency bonus. So let's try it. We got plus 19. That's better. Nice, okay. You still don't take mistakes, you also still don't take mistakes. Well, I guess then that's just some waiting then. Also, you can just jump on top of the walls in this office building and see the layout from the top. But I don't know, I kind of like this half-height wall thing for the office building. Cause, I don't know, that feels like something you would just see in an office, and it also makes the whole space as a whole feel open, and I like that. It feels bigger and not so cramped together. Oh, this guy is available, nice. This guy is also gonna evolve. This guy is still not available. These both give me lightning arrows now. And you give me a netherite arrow and fiber expertise. That's for wool kind of stuff. That's actually pretty nice. But that would have been nice to have more at the beginning of this whole server thing. Now it is not so useful anymore if we kind of start a new soon string for emerald. I guess I could do that. Alright, let me see what kind of flint I find. And then I still need feathers for arrows, and then I could get myself some electric arrows. That would be nice. Just as a funny thing to have. So, flint. No, I needed grabber. Did I? Yeah, I needed grabber. So let's take some with me. That's gonna be enough. Then I want feathers. We have 23 of them. Do we have some more in here? No, but we have some string. And that's also interesting for the bow people, for the Fletchers. I'm gonna... yeah, I'm gonna no, I'm gonna put the coal in here and put the inferium essence into the trash can. Cause then I can take this rest of string. Right. So... let me just really put this in the oven now, because otherwise I'm just gonna forget to do the thing with it. Okay, coal can go into the trash and inferior essence can go into the trash. That's the wrong direction, I need to go upstairs, I'm a fool. Upstairs. Right, to the Fletchers. To the Fletchers. You take string. I want that. also give me flint? That's not a lot of flint, but sure. So then we make some arrows. I think that's just sticks, flint and feathers in a diagonal pattern, right? No? In an up. Wait, you can make a headless arrow. Well, that's interesting. But no, we want the real arrows. Let me actually put... Well, no, we only have 23 feathers, so this is only gonna create some arrows. Not all of them, I guess. Okay, so now I can get my lightning arrows. I want a lot of lightning arrows, please. I want more lightning arrows, please. More of them, please. Oh, I don't have any emeralds anymore. The stick trade still isn't open here. The stick trade also isn't open there. You can give me emeralds for tripwire hooks. Well, that's interesting. Oh, explosive netherite arrow. There are so many cool arrows in this pack, actually. So I don't know why I'm just never the kind of guy to use a bow or a crossbow. I just usually take my axe and my tiny stabby knife and just smack it into people's faces. So I don't really do the thing with the bow and the arrow. But lightning arrow, okay, that's actually really cool. Let me try that out. I wanna try that out. That's just a normal arrow. Right. Oh yeah, I know that's an arrow, yeah. I need to offhand these, I think, in order to put them in here. And then that's still not doing the thing. Maybe because I am obstructed by a roof. Maybe if I go outside it will work. Let me try. Cause I wanna see the lightnings. Right, thank you for that. That was not a lightning strike. Maybe it doesn't work with water. Yeah, there we go. Okay, okay. Can I shoot the side of a tree with that? I sure can. Okay, and then it returns as a normal arrow. So it loses the lightning charge on it. I see. Well, that's pretty cool. What happens if I shoot a mob with it? Not one of these harmless Pokemon though. One of the bad guys. Surely there must be a bad guy around. There it is! Yes, and he gets struck by lightning. I love it. I love it so much. That's actually really good. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna play around a lot with crossbows on the next server. Especially if we got the lightning arrows. Cause those are just so good. Wait, do they also convert things? Cause I think you can convert a cow to a mushroom with lightning, if I'm not mistaken. Let's try that. No, that just kills them. Well, And there's not too many loot from them. Okay. But there are some things that you can transform with a lightning strike. Oh, now we get the drops from area. I see there was a delay. Oh, I have a whole stack of them. Gosh darn it. Okay, whatever. Let's check back once more. Hey, hello. You know what? I will lightning strike you. Because I can. Nice. I just murdered them with lightning. But no, we're just gonna return once more to the Fletchers and see if they have reloaded their trade for the sticks. Then we can do a lot more with that. And then that takes care of mission recharge the diamond pickaxe. It's already almost full. So recharging the mending via trading is definitely functional and working. You take some sticks for me? No. You take some sticks? No, why don't you take sticks? Okay, then I guess let me just dump in the rest of the inventory that I no longer need in here. I also don't need the discount voucher. And the gravel and the flint and the sticks. And to be honest, the crossbow. Right, put you back into the offhand where you belong. Right. And unclutter the backpack. So we wanted to make the roof of the sheep farm, and we wanna also build the rest of the house. So let's go. It is dark outside, so let's sleep for a second. Now the lag is coming back a little bit. But it's fine. Alright. Back to the sheep house. Oh yeah, and we also gotta think about which windows we want. I'm thinking it would be nice if we can get this dark green grey, blue grey kind of color as an accent in the windows as well. I need to see if there is something for that. Can't get quite upstairs. Snippety snip, you hear the shears going off every now and then. Okay, I'm thinking this will look a lot better than the last magma version. Oh, these are directional. Which way am I gonna place them then? Well, it's probably best sideways like this. so. And do that a bunch of more times. Up. Then let's look at it from the distance again. I guess it's okay. I think it will look good once the whole roof is in place. And the whole building is done. But it doesn't look as bad as the last one for sure. So let's get the rest of the roof in. Let's see if this is even enough magma. This could maybe not suffice. Actually, let's do the corner like this. Right. Nice, so this side as well. Again, do the corner like so. And then put you over there. Right. I'm also thinking we could. No, wait, no. I'm misthinking. I'm definitely misthinking here. I was about to already put the triangle up here, but I forgot that it actually needs to go up an entire module height from here. So we're not there yet. I don't know, it looks actually like we might not even finish this sheep farm today, and this will be an unfinished project until the end. Because it just takes quite some time. That was a deeper fall than I wanted. Deeper than I intended for. Dude, come on. So once this roof section is done, we're gonna check out how it looks from further away again. No, I definitely picked you up, come on. Okay, then I will fall down here, I guess. Take some damage. And go back up again. let's once and for all get all of the corner pieces in. I am now too annoyed to prolong this any further with the corner pieces. Right. Dab, dab, away with all of you. Then we fall down one last time. Take some damage in a second. No? No damage? No damage for me then. Okay. And now we put in the last few pieces of this side of the roof. And this length here as well. Okay, how does it look from downstairs? It looks laggy, it looks damaging, but otherwise it looks okay. Yeah, this is okay. Not my best color pick ever. Yeah, it looks fine. It's not the best ever, not the worst ever. Though that now that we have a bright red on the roof, it does mean we could also go for a bright red stained glass in the windows, or something with a bright red wood. Then maybe the roof makes a little bit more sense as well. Let's check it out from afar. God damn, why is the leg now so heavy? That is unusual. Yeah, okay, I like how this texture looks from far away a lot more than the curled magma block stuff was. Okay, stop teleporting me. I have landed already, you can stop teleporting me now. Stop it! Okay, so now for the boring part, copying the same roof to the other side. Wah! God damn it, this leg is really annoying right now. Okay, so let's first do all of the corners. That's the one. Take a little bit of a sleeve on the roof. On the very sparse roof, I should say. And then do the thing on this side. So like so. No, I made a mistake. How did I make a mistake? Wait, let me check a thing at the other side. Does this... Yeah, this is just one straight line, okay. Then something here has gone terribly wrong. Because this should be a straight line from here... Wait a second. No, from here? To this side, but it isn't. Did I miscalculate something? Yeah, I see now. This is all wrong. It's always good to notice these kind of mistakes early on. Wait, what's Did these blocks really fall so far? Wow. Impressive. Alright, then that solves the block mystery. And we can go down exactly diagonally again. So that means we go here, then here, and then we need to continue on this line here, because we did it wrongly. Put that one too much into the building. Right, that's perfect. Now to clear away the scaffolding over here. Right. Bloodstone, bloodstone, bloodstone. Don't ask me why it's called bloodstone, I do not know. Cause it definitely isn't made from blood usually. It's just made from quartz and iron nuggets. So I don't know where the name comes from. Alright, continuing on. We're gonna do this side of the roof. Yeah, I'm thinking we might have about enough for the build of these magma blocks. We might actually even run out at the end, but it's gonna be close. Because I think we're gonna have a stack left after this. About a stack. And then we're gonna need to do the middle part of the roof. No, actually we're gonna use up this whole thing over here already. Huh. Then I guess I'm gonna need to collect more magma blocks. I did not envision that. Because we already have to start the last stack on this line here. That's the second part of the roof done, and we only have 25 more left, so that's not gonna be enough for the middle section there. Because we're gonna need about, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, makes 77 magma blocks. I will just write that into chat to remember. Okay, but that's enough of the roof for now. Right now we're gonna take care of the exterior walls. So, first things first, we're gonna put a pillar of bloodstone on this Wait, I did it wrongly again. Okay, blop, 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 blop. I don't need eggplant seeds. Alright, we're gonna put these down here. That's where to go. Alright. Right. And then we're gonna put a pillar on the other side as well. So, like so. Nice, okay. That's water. Let's fly over here and look at it from the back side. Okay, yeah, that works perfectly with the frame of the building. The roof also looks good now. I gotta say, the more finished this building gets, the better the roof looks. Okay. So, I'm thinking we might do something a little bit silly now. Cause I think I want this building to pop a little bit in the third dimension. So what I'm suggesting is that we're gonna put the wall here on this line. No, actually I hate it, cause that's gonna be so tight on the space in here. I guess we're gonna just have to make it work like it is a flat wall. That's a little bit of a mistake, unfortunately, because usually I like to build with the bars kind of like this, if you look at this, with the beams sticking out on the side and having a recessed facade, kind of like this. Or also you can see it in the museum perfectly, where there is definitely a third dimension added through the wall, because you can see that this is not flat. I like my buildings to be not entirely flat. You can also see that on the factory back there, right? Because we use glass panels instead of glass blocks, and we also use these beams that are protruding as well. So I just kind of like to build non-flat like that. I try to do something a little bit like that as well on the sheep farm at the front. Also with these inlet areas there. But I guess on the back side I'm not gonna have much of a choice, unfortunately. Too bad. Yeah, something I wanted to check was real quick. Over here, what my second accessory was. It was the tame potato beetle, which gives me a higher chance to double crops when harvesting. That explains why I always end up with so much crop when I harvest, I guess. So I'm gonna quickly screenshot this, cause then I know which is what is the configuration that I want on the new server as well. Right, because you can put these accessories in your pocket slots on your which mod does this, but you can use those. And yeah, it makes it much better because you don't have to carry them around in your inventory. Okay, time to build. So we are officially out of sandstone stuff, and we are mostly out of sandstone brick stuff as well. But we're gonna start the texturing process. So I'm just gonna build the wall right away in texturing mode by just adding a few clumps of material, and then we're gonna afterwards dig the windows as holes into the wall. Right, so that's enough for the trodden endstone over here. I'm gonna put some in there, some over here. Hello, an enemy. Ow. Hello. Ow. Ow. Alright. That's wrong. Alright, that's better. Some sanded endstone, I guess. Here, here, there. Let's add some more on top of here and there and in that corner. Let's add these very sparsely. Those don't look so good in groups together. But let's essentially dot them all around the place. Here. Alright, let me just use up the rest of these on top of there. Can I reach you? No. Okay. guess maybe we're gonna make a small group of them over here and over here. Yeah, I guess I don't want to put more of them close to the edge, I guess. So we're gonna leave it at that, and then we're gonna now just gather some more of these materials. The thing is, we're gonna get a lot of these back in the end because we're gonna make big windows again. Oh, I could actually use the same windows as in the factory. No, those are too dark, I think. We need something brighter. Let's just see what we can get. I'll think about the windows after the walls are done. We need endstone variations and sandstone variations. Okie dokie. So there's some sand for us. Let's take 2 more of these and put them like that. Then I think sandstone is a block of 4, yeah. Okay, we do have a bunch of sandstone, but we need more. Definitely need more. So let's take a whole bunch of 8 of these. And put them through the conversion to sand. How many sandstone does this give me? Just 1. So that's really using up a lot of sand anyway. So we don't have to worry about a full inventory too much. Alright, and I believe that's all of the sand that we had converted. Alright, then the end stuff. Yeah, that's a good question. Where do I have that? Oh, there. No, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. And luckily, I have still 3 stacks left. And a half. Okay. So let's take those to the masonry bench. Sandstone. That's good. We're gonna take 1 stack of that. We're gonna take 1 stack of that. Then something crunchy. Give me something crunchy. Like that. The trodden sandstone again. It's just normal sandstone, trodden sandstone, polished sandstone. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Then let's get the end stone. Some brickiness. Oh, that looks cool. I like that. And some of just normal end stone bricks, I guess. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be plenty of wall material for us now. So let's start with these 3. Oh, it's getting night again. let's start with the endstone bricks. No, actually we had those in there already, so let's start properly with something else, just a normal sandstone, I guess. Right. Whoops. That was further down than I wanted. Then some eroded sandstone. Just some shapes, you know. You know how it is. Just shaping along. Alright, that's enough of those. So let's get to the rough endstone, the edged endstone, and some trodden sandstone. Alright. Oh yeah, that's the high contrast and buried one. Oops. No, misplaced. Yeah, there we go. So like I said, I like to do this texturing kind of in big splotches of the same block. But sometimes we're gonna just place one individual block down. Cause that's just all part of randomness. That's how you make something look a little bit randomized. But you also gotta just include those big amounts of something. Right. Then let's just coat this in a layer of this. Then let's do the this is filling up slowly but surely. Yeah, it really doesn't look like we're gonna finish this today. Oh well. Okay, maybe we're gonna forget about the last two modules on top and I'm just gonna place some kind of roof and some windows in there, because I want to get at least the building to look somewhat finished together. Right. That's enough of this block for now. Let's fill in some gaps with this. I think what we're also gonna just do is put these over here. And now we're gonna do it a little... Yeah, we're gonna fill again some gaps with this connecting kind of texture. And this looks just like a big piece of brick, which is cool to have as well. Then we're just gonna go ham with the end stone here. Then let's go ham with this, with just this normal, completely normal end-stone brick kind of stuff. Yeah, let's make a big patch of that to close this gap over here. I'm also gonna need to put up some torches in here. Really, I chose the worst spot for climbing up there. Okay, then let's climb up here, I guess. it's getting dark again. What? What hit me? Did it just take damage in the block? I guess. I guess so. Okay, let's fix up this hole in here. Alright, we have one more, so I'll just put it down here. Okay. Alright. Then let's use some more sandstone stuff. Okay, this wall is finished, I guess. So we're gonna go around this wall here. Hold on. Right, I made a climbing pole. 4, 5, 6 like so. And then some more sandstone over here. I want to put this sandstone like over here because it connects with the one at the bottom there. No, that's one too high. That's one too high for climbing height. Okay. No, that's wrong. Now let's take normal endstone and plug in some corners with that. Okay, yeah, we can take this climbing pole down. This is not working anymore, and we're gonna move it over here. Put one in the corner there. Stuff again. I enclosed myself. Another polished sandstone in here. And over there. Can I reach it? Yes. Just some more sandstone in here. This is the stupidest way of climbing on a wall I've ever done. But it works, so I'm not complaining. And that concludes the whole wall. mean, obviously we're now gonna add the windows and stuff. We're now gonna think about the windows. From inside, as a wall per se, it doesn't look bad at all. I think it looks appropriately textured, and there's enough space in here to move around. So I think we made the correct decisions in where we built this wall. Then let's look at it from the outside. Yeah, it's just, for my taste, a little bit too flat. I wanna make it more, yeah, more three-dimensional, I guess. But there's only so much you can do. And you know what? The texturing, especially with the different bricks next to each other, looks quite nice. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. We're gonna break it apart though, because we're gonna build windows now. So, first of all, the shape. We already started with window shapes on here, and we're gonna do something similar, except that it's gonna extend to the floor. We're gonna have tall windows. I just really like having tall windows. Right. So we're gonna do that. Let's just check if I build a tall window from this layer on to the top. Yeah, that's gonna be good enough in here. Right. The cool thing is actually, due to the little water generator that we have here, the building is not gonna be symmetrical from the back. So we're gonna have a little bit of a broken up structure, which is always good. You usually don't wanna make your buildings exactly symmetrical. It's always good to have a larger and a smaller part if you have a big enough surface or something like that. On a small scale it looks fine if you make it symmetrical, like here for example. This looks nice, but for example what I did with my factory over there was that we have a smaller left part and a bigger right part and a narrow in-between part. So you see this is not symmetrical, it's a shape. It still has some things you might want to avoid in other buildings. So for example, having big surfaces like the back wall on the factory can be bad technically. But that's where cool windows, and by the way this is also not symmetrical because we have a big office window here that does not repeat on the other side, and texturing help. Yeah, and also the beams that I put in between here, in between the floors, helps also to break it apart and make it not look so boring. Cause, you know, this building could also have been one giant flat wall on the back, and then it wouldn't have looked as good. This way I can have details like that ornament kind of thing in Minecraft, even though we have only very limited space in Minecraft, considering that we have only rectangles to work with essentially. But this is a curvy ornament, for example, so it works. You just have to kind of scale it correctly is the thing. But oh well, I'm just babbling on about my building technique stuff. But do know that I pay attention to how I build, and I don't just build completely bonkers with no thought given to it. It's a little bit bonkers, but still with thought given to it. Because, for example, that curved roof on the train station over there, that is a little bit, I would say, bonkers. The use of trapdoors as big windows in the roof in the red house is also a little bit bonkers. Which is good. I mean, I don't wanna essentially do the same thing as everyone else all the time. Sometimes you wanna be your own self and create your own stuff. That's what games with creativity are all about in the end, right? So yeah, Windows. Okay, sleep time. I'm gonna see, usually I would also already close up the stream right now, because it's already getting a little bit late. But now I just really want to finish this building, so we're gonna stay here for a while. That was a menacing noise. Was it you? Yeah, I think that was you. Oh well. Yeah, I think that's a good window height. I like big tall windows. So again, we are on a small wall right now, so it makes sense to make the windows symmetrical. Again, you don't always have to make things symmetrical. It might be the better choice to not make things symmetrical. For example, there would be no problem with just shifting up the windows totally to this side and leaving a bit more wall in the back area where I am right now, instead of putting a window right there. But it's fine, it's fine. So let's see about the center here. That's perfectly the width of a window right here. So now you also see what I meant when I said we're gonna rip out a big part of the wall anyway because of the windows. But I don't know, it just makes sense for me to finish the wall as one big textured piece before installing the Windows. Like the Microsoft product, install Windows. I'm so funny. So what do we do on the other side? We're gonna mirror it on this side as well. Put these three there. No, that's too low, too low. Hold on. Let's patch you back up. We're gonna make you higher. We're gonna start the window from over here. Actually make you one higher even than that. Right. Okay, then we had, I think, a distance of 2 to the next one. So like this. And then we had, yeah, precisely a window over there. So let's take care of that. Go upstairs. Or up blocks, I should say. Really, Yama, you are in the way, actually. Yama, stop that. Yama. Yama. I mean, you are a cool looking Pokemon, don't get me wrong. But you are also annoying right now. Wah. No, it doesn't move even when punched. You know what? I will actually battle it to kill it. Then I can just flame charge into it and kill it like that. Perfectly resolved. Okay. Now I can finally pillar up. Okay, so that's the windows on the other side. Now to the back. I'm thinking we go completely asymmetrical on the back, like we are already forced to do anyways. And just... no, actually, I might put just one big window in the back. Oh, that might look cool. And then some really small windows on the left here. So what I'm thinking is, we're gonna put one of these tall, narrow... Let me first of all get out of here and just work for a second. So what if we do this? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. That's basically it for this side. That was a failure. That was a disappointment. God damn it, I hate this water here. Okay, so now look at it. Just 3 small windows on the side and then a big window over here, which goes right under the triangle of the roof. So essentially we're gonna cut out a huge rectangular section from this building. And actually we're gonna do something really cool, I think. Because what I wanna do is essentially... hold on, let me just move up here first. Showing by doing is easiest. So okay, leave 2 spaces empty, then here starts the window. So basically we're gonna remove this section here entirely. Maybe this is already actually enough. Yeah. Actually, yes, perfect. So this window starts from a higher height than the other 3 windows over there, which is gonna again do a little bit of breaking the surface apart, which is good. Then we're gonna do a little bit of the opposite actually. Alright, so let me now continue we're gonna build a little bit of wall right here. And this is gonna be a little bit of a line that divides the window, actually. Let me just use different blocks again to mimic texturing. Then we're gonna have 2 blocks over there again and 2 blocks over there again, and the window continues now upward in an arched fashion. But what I'm doing here is by putting the dividing line of the window on the same spot as the bloodstone lines, we're gonna have a little bit nice of a connection there, a visual connection, which is gonna make it seem like the window is exactly in the correct place, even though there is no such thing as a correct space for it. But that way we're gonna make it feel like it's just naturally supposed to be there. Again with this stupid lake. This is the worst lake I've ever had. Alright, so how much width does this window have? Does this have an uneven width? Yeah, it does. So I can do something even better also. I can make a perpendicular line over here and separate the window in that way. Funny. 2 different kinds of endstone bricks. Would you look at that? Do they even look different? Whoops, they look painful. And again, the stupid lake. Alright, you go away. Yeah, they do look different, right? Or is it just... And then this is the Minecraft one, and then this is again a Minecraft one. Yeah, they do look slightly different, but you don't really notice much of it. So now we're gonna make an arched window over here. Right, so now 2. And then the same from the other side, so no, don't fall down. Right. Okay. So set you in by 1. Like so. And then we're actually gonna flatten this out already for the roof. So we have 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. Then we're gonna have the roof on top of that. So that's gonna give us a big window. then we're gonna just put some of those down here. Front, I have no clue what we're now gonna do, because we're just gonna abandon the last two models. We have enough different colors and we're not gonna use them anymore anyway, because the server's gonna, you know, reset essentially. So it doesn't make sense to go all out on that. So instead, hold on, yeah, we have those here. So let's take, those are polished cracked. Okay, we only have polished. Whatever, that's good enough. So we do some of that up to here. That up to here. No, that's too high. Then I think we're gonna do something like this. We're gonna have semicircles. Like so. How does this look from afar? Yeah, those look like perfect semicircles at the top. I love it. So we're gonna fill that in. No, that's just gonna be an outer area, I guess, as well. Okay. So like so, then some of that stuff. Then finish this roof here as well. So we got two here, then three in the middle. And two, then again and again. Alright. Right, perfect. Okay, so that's the shape that we're gonna place the rest of the magma blocks on top of. But first, let me just, since we're not gonna use these on the outside anymore, we can just use these as support for the roof. That will make placing everything a lot easier. We don't really need to do much of specialized texturing here. We just need to place in some filler blocks. These are not gonna be visible from the outside. So then how many more magma blocks do I have? Not enough. So we will collect a few more. This works out perfectly in my favor, that the top texture is the one that goes sideways. Cause we're now gonna... Wait. I'm a fool. Whatever. Ignore what I just said. We're gonna remove this middle line in the end. I don't want it to be there. So... I know, this could be a nice line of detail, but I don't need the detail. The building is nice enough without the detail. But yeah, you notice now that we are just running out of magma blocks here. So we gotta make more. So a quick trip back to the nether. I have an idea for what we could do with the windows. No, actually I take it back. I hate that idea immediately. We're not gonna do that. Something I do want to look up real quick is monazite. We have monazite, which is a very special glassy thing with a little bit of a texture to it. I don't see it in my favorites, so let me just quickly look here. So yeah, I have made a special crafting recipe, a custom crafting recipe for this, so that it is a renewable resource. So we might just do that. Spout honey and then process it in a press. We're gonna try whether this machine works in... Oh, spout money on top of the glass. Yeah, no, this works definitely for sure. But where do we get honey from now? No, but again, yeah, true, I didn't want to do this anyway. Because the thing is, these are not panes and we want glass panes as windows. But these do make for very cool looking stained glass-like windows, so that's why I wanted a custom recipe for them. And that custom recipe will also come back to the new server. Ah yes, and what I wanted to look at is where it comes from. So architect's palette. So architect's palette. Let me quickly write that down. And also another thing that we wanted were the shop signs. That's in Builders Crafts and Additions. Builders Crafts and Additions. Ghast, stop that. Okay. So magma, once again, magma. There is some on the ceiling over here, but ceiling is difficult, so I'd rather not ceiling. Really nothing here. No magma blocks here. No magma for me. There's lava. No, that is actually magma. It just looks like flowing lava. Stop it! Stop attacking me. No, no, no. Bad, 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 bad. That's some more magma, that's 45. That should be enough to finish the rest, but if I can take some more home, I won't be unhappy either. Magma, where art thou? Magma, where art thou? That's a lava pool. That's a demon. That's not my flying book. I almost would have tried to fly with my... what's it? Cornbread. That would have been a painful flight. Okay, we're getting into the rose quartz stuff, which is fancy, but not what I need. Magma! Yay. So, there we go. Trying to hurry up because I don't want to stream for much longer. I'm actually good at this point. So we're just gonna head home with those 2 stacks of magma. Yeah, perfect. Back to the portal we go. I love how the rose quartz actually sparkles. The rose quartz is also from Biomes of Plenty, right? Cause that's just gorgeous. Yeah, that's Biomes of Plenty. Nice. Well, good news, that's also gonna be in the new server, like I already mentioned actually. So, somewhere here is the nether portal. There it is. Oh yeah, we need to go into our workbench station in there. And we went for... no, not this one. Was it the pillars? Yeah, I think it was the pillars. So, back we go. The next and last step are gonna be the windows. Let's see how it looks from an unfinished state. Yeah, it kind of looks bald. We're gonna give you a nice hairdo. And yes, it was the pillars. So we did correctly. We did well. I don't know how to English either. English sure is just one of those special languages, isn't it? And now the front, so that the building doesn't have a receding hairline. Another fun thing about me is that I kind of like to use full blocks as roofs. I do that very often because they just sometimes nice textures are only available as full blocks, and I mean I could use copycat stuff and that, but I like to build big enough so that it doesn't really matter due to the scale anyway. Because yeah, in a small house this would really matter, I guess. If you had a really blocky roof like that. but if you look at it from far away, it just doesn't matter. It just looks okay. Yeah, I like this roof. I like it, I like it. We now have actually one more stack than we needed of nether bricks. Not nether bricks, those are magma blocks. But fine, okay. Now about the window. Let's have a look-see into what kind of stuff we can make. To the factory! Oh, that was a smooth landing. That is so satisfying when that happens. Also, there's bad guys in my factory. Hi. Die. Hi. Die. Okay. So, here are the window stuff that I have left over. None of that is really red and really screams, please use me. And all of this stuff is empty too. Okay. Let's look at JI, our helpful guide and friend. So I want... Does it do the color thing nowadays? No, it only really does where red is in the name, right? So what I want to do then instead is... just use the term window for now. And let's see what kind of good red stuff that we have. Bright red, like this. That's redwood. I don't have redwood, that's a problem, okay. So let's forget about redwood then. What else do we have? Resizable crimson stem window. Oh, that's just a crimson stem window, yeah. Crimson stem is a good option, yes. Crimson stem will be a great option, better than the crimson planks. Okay, let's do that. Let's get these windows here. We need crimson stem and window base. So we need window base. Crimson stem we have a lot of, don't you worry about that. That just needs sticks and glass. Well, fortunately, about sticks, we have a whole bunch upstairs, because we used a lot of sticks for trading just now. Okay, it's also a few hours ago already, but you get the point. We have it. It should be right here. Oh, I have it on me. Okay, well then, back downstairs we go. Good stuff, so sticks. Yeah, there we go. Lots of sticks and glass. Another bad guy. Glass. We have some here, but we have more sand over here. So let's just figure out how much we can make from this. 24, I guess. Wasn't that the recipe? Oh no, it was the full inventory. Okay. Easy then. Easy, easy, easy. Oh, that gives me 4. So that's a lot anyway. Right. Okay. Okay, crimson stem. Well, we probably have some in this factory, but we have a lot more for sure in the red house. And that's where we have red mushroom, crimson stem kind of thing. Another red mushroom. Yeah, crimson fungus. And we have a lot of crimson stem in here. Right, so this recipe that I wanted was just surrounding it with those window bases. Okay, we can do that. So take that, surround you with those, and we get 8 per thing, so that gives me 80. Yeah, nice, perfect, okay. I think we can squeeze out a little bit more. Yeah, we can get 16 more. Perfect, okay. I believe I've made a mistake by taking out so much wood from here. So I guess I'm just gonna carry a lot of crimson stems around with me now. Bam bam. The thing is over there. There. Right. Let's see how it looks. Alright, that is no longer my music, so my music ran out. But we're gonna stop the stream shortly anyway. Yo, yes, that is perfect. If we get some just like vertical bars like that. And then I can, hold on, that's wrong. Then I can open and close them like that. And they open in different directions. I don't care, whatever. Let's see how that looks. Yes, perfect. That is exactly the speckle of red that I wanted. That's perfect. So soon this job is done and I can end the stream. Hop, 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 hop. No, you were wrong. We're then at the end just gonna do a few flybys to look at the building and take some screenshots. So I didn't really get to play around with the basic create farms yet, that I'm going to need in a few days, but that's fine. I mean, it's not really a big secret how it works anyway. The first thing we're gonna do after getting some basic resources is make the cobblestone generator. Then we're gonna drill automatically into the cobblestone generator. Then we're soon gonna add a washer, because I believe by washing cobblestone you can already get iron, or is that flint? I don't remember. But yeah, we're gonna need to do some stuff with that. Okay, actually we might not have enough crimson planks yet. Did not expect to run into that with the amount that we had, but sure, that means we need to make a few more. That won't take long though, so I'm fine with that. Up, 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 up. Yeah, because we're already out of them right now. We don't have any more. Time to sleep. Yeah, maybe I should invest in a door as well. I don't want that. I never want that, because I already used a lot of that. Good, okay, more windows then. Good that I have more crimson stamps on me. Oh yeah, and I wanted to take the sand to the cooker, to the furnace. Alright, so let's do that then. That's the wrong direction. That's the output, I need the input. Sand, sand. Alright, let's see how much glass we maybe already have in there. None. Alright, so we're gonna have to unfortunately wait a bit. Or we have some glass in here? Maybe? Do I? There, we do. Perfect. Then I want glass, please. Okay, that's 45 of compressed glass, so that's a lot of glass. Nice, okay, so let's get this thing done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. More window base. Then we're gonna sacrifice some of these crimson planks and make sticks out of them. Whoop, whoop, sticks, which means more window base. Okay, actually that's enough. We don't even need that much glass. Okay, whatever. Then window base surrounding the block of choice, which is crimson stem. And it gives me 8 of those. Surely this will be enough now. You know what, my beautiful entrance area is something that I'm gonna miss. For sure, but we're gonna make something maybe even better. Who knows? So, we were on this particular window over here. What was that? Rotten flesh and ash. Don't need either of those. Alright, let's jump back in. Almost done, just one big window and 3 small ones here. And then that's it. Then we're finally free. Almost done. Jesus, I just want to go up there. Let me. Okay, got it. So, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then up here. And looking at it from the inside, This is quite a cool window, I like it. I like this interior. It's narrow, but it works, it does its job. You know what? I might just do windows as doors, just to get this building done quicker. Cause you can just walk into those if you open them. If you jump in at the correct block. Okay, nice. So yeah, I can open this and just walk through. So this is essentially the same as a door anyway. Works for me. Good enough. Don't wanna bother with anything else now. So yeah, let's start just taking a quick look at it. I find the red house is a good spot to look at the sheep farm. And I do have in my toolbox a, what's it called, spyglass. So we're gonna take that out and we're gonna use that to look at it. Yes, marvelous, many sheep. Let's see if we can spot. This sheep is gonna be sheared in a second. No, I think the shears broke on that one, so it won't be sheared anymore. I see, that one was just sheared. But whatever, I consider this building officially done. We're gonna start screenshot moding. Up. Oh yeah, before I go screenshot moding, I'm gonna select my flying book, otherwise this is gonna be painful. So let's fly back here and come in from this angle. Yes, perfect. Then from this side. Perfect. Then from close. Okay. And that's it. That's all the screenshots we need. Except maybe for one from here. Nice. Okay. So I guess that concludes the stream finally. 1 hour more than usual on this day. So thanks to everybody who showed up, and yeah, we'll see you soon with more Minecraft adventures, but in a new environment. So bye.